Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Pioneer. My name is Ronnie. I'm a contributor to the Pioneer. And in this interview, we're going to be talking about how college students like have a hard time trying to find work. So essentially, we're living a day and age where a lot of businesses aren't hiring, and that is because there's a lot of work like just not being offered. So today, we're interviewing my boy Kevin. He's a San Francisco State student currently. He plans on transferring, and he's currently working at Staples. If you want to introduce yourself, bro, go ahead.
Hello, I'm Kevin. I currently go to SFSU. I'm in my third year there. I will be transferring to a different school just for my different major that I just decided to go through with.
So this brings it to my first question. What has your experience been like working and going to school at the same time?
Working and going to school at the same time, it's difficult, especially since a lot of jobs don't like to be flexible. Thankfully, with my job, they're very flexible. Though currently I am not getting much hours just because not a lot of business is going on. So that has been one aspect of the whole job and school thing that's been really difficult. Another thing is with your job, some jobs they want you to work a lot of hours. Some want you to work minimum hours. Just depends where you go. And a lot of jobs too are really looking more for part or full time rather than part time. And if they do offer part time, they'll either give you a lot of hours or they'll barely give you any. For me, it's been a mix of the two, and it's been good so far. It's been manageable, especially since I'm grateful that my job is being very flexible with me. But I know everyone has their own different story, their own different situation. So I guess you could take it one step at a time, and from there, see what works for you, see what doesn't work for you, and what you what you're most comfortable with in the end. So some people like just the straight school route. Some people like to work and do school. Me, I like working and doing school just because it gives me that peace of mind of having that extra money when I need it for like unexpected events or anything that I might need, whether it's for gas money, food, anything like that.
So that leads on to my next question. Will the degree that you are going to get, will that help you like get more jobs?
I definitely will. I also feel like since with my degree, since I do want to go into the medical field now, it should not be an immediate, like I get hired right after I graduate, but it is going to help me and boost my resume as well. It's going to look really good on my resume. And it's also going to be like an eye catcher to employers to see that, oh, he went to college, he knows his stuff. But obviously, once you graduate, you're obviously going to get a entry level job. You're not going to get something like 40 off the bat, 40 an hour off the bat.
You got to work
Um,
your way up.
so yeah, it will help you for sure. It will help me. Just depends on what your major is as well. Because I know some majors don't guarantee a job, especially for example, like business and finance. A lot of people think it's a guaranteed job when you get out of high school, but in reality, it's a lot harder than it is. It's a struggle sometimes to even find a job. I have a coworker of mine that graduated in business and finance. He does not have a good job right now. Um, though I can say he did eventually find a good job for him,
But
and
it
he
just
is
took some
moving
time.
up.
It just took some time for him to get it.
Yeah, it definitely took some time for him to get it. So it's not immediate. And even then, his job is still an entry level job. So in the end, depends on your major, depends what you're going for. If you want to shoot high, shoot for the stars. If you want to shoot even just for like something that just needs an associate's degree, that's fine as well.
So that leads on to my next question. You mentioned that your coworker had a hard time with like getting jobs even with a degree. So going to my next question, what has your experience been like applying to jobs while being in school at the same time?
Applying to jobs is very difficult. Not in the sense where you actually applying for a job is difficult. It's more the hiring process and job hunting aspect as well. Uh, Once you apply to a job, Obviously, it's not guaranteed because they're going to review you, review your profile, review your resume, see what you have, see how you're going to be a good fit, good benefit into the company. And most of the time, college students don't have that work experience. They don't have any, resume that they could build upon or, basically say, oh, this is why I'm a good fit. But a lot of times, what employers look for is if you're either in college or going to college or if you have a degree. And I feel like, yes, a degree does look good on your part, but it's not a guarantee that you'll get the job you're looking for, just because a lot of employers do prefer people with experience, even though some jobs are entry level, which does suck because some jobs that are entry level want experience. And, obviously, people like me, obviously, I have the experience now, but before I didn't have the experience and it was very difficult to get the experience. So I'm just grateful now that I'm building my resume. It's made it a lot easier to get the experience and better opportunities overall. And other than that, just the whole hiring process and looking for a job too that specifies to your needs is also very difficult as well because not all companies offer the same thing. Not all companies will give you like part time in the way that it's flexible. Some will have like a set amount of days, set amount of hours. Some will only need weekends. Some will only need afternoons. Some will only need mornings. Just depends.
Right. So that's the end of it. I want to thank you, Kevin, for taking time out of your day to, do this interview for me. And, couldn't thank you enough. Just to remind y'all, my name is Ronnie. I'm from the Pioneer. That's the interview.